Good morning, Pulaski Heights Elementary. I am excited on this lovely Monday morning to share with you a math magic trick that I taught the students in my class and they really enjoyed. So what you're going to need is a deck of cards, and you're going to remove all of the face cards out of the deck of cards. So you're left with the aces through the tens. And in this case, an ace is going to be worth one. So first you're going to make sure your cards are well shuffled, especially if you practice this magic trick over and over. You want the cards to be shuffled. So if you're playing this magic trick on someone, the first thing you'll do after you shuffle is ask that person to choose one of the cards without showing it to you. So my assistant here is going to choose one, and she's going to show you what that card is. And then I am going to tell you what you have in your hand through math. All right, if my assistant will come behind me, I'm going to lay these cards out. So I'm going to lay these cards out in an array, and I want you to see if you can tell what it is that I'm doing. Can you tell what I'm doing? All right, so first I'm gonna pick these up. And then I'm gonna pick these up. And you should have a 5 in your hand. Am I correct? Ta-da. All right, so this time I will tell you what it was that I did. You are, in this magic trick, you are looking to make 2 cards that equal 10. And so it helps you practice your tens facts. So we know that 9 and 1 is 10 because, and our ace is 1. 2 and 8 are 10. 3 and 7, 4 and 6, and 5 and 5. So when you ask your the person you're playing your trick on to pull out a card, they're removing a card that has a partner that equals 10. So this time I'll have my assistant pick a card again. And she's going to show it to you. All right, so when I'm laying down these cards, you can come back over here. Be careful of your finger. All right, so I am laying down this array of cards, and I'm looking for 2 cards that equal 10. So right now I've got a 6. Oh, I must have not have shuffled well enough, but a 6 and a 4 are 10, so I'm going to cover up that pair. All right, I don't have any aces to make 9 and 1. I don't have an 8, so I'm going to keep putting the cards down until I find a pair for it. So 7 plus 3, and I don't have a 3. I don't have an ace. Oh, now I have an ace, so I've got to cover 2. And it's important to cover 2 at a time. All right, I have an 8 and a 2. And I don't see any pairs. I don't have a 4. I've got 2 5s, so I'm going to cover 5 and a 5. I have a 7 and a 3. And I have a 6 and a 4. And I see here I have a 7 and a 3. I don't think I shuffled my cards well. I have an 8 and a 2. Oh, I have 2 9s and 2 aces, so I'm going to cover 9 and ace to equal 10. 9 and 1 equals 10. A 6 and a 4 equals 10. A 7 and a 3 equals 10. A 5 and a 5 equals 10. And an 8 and a 2 equals 10. And I'm glad that this turned out this way. You see, I have one card left. Even though I have a 9 and an ace, I'm not going to put this card on those because remember, I have to put them down 2 at a time. So I'm going to take this leftover card and I'm going to set it here. So now the first thing that I like to do is look at the 10s, because if you have 3 10s on the board, that means that that card is a 10 because there are 4 10s in the pack. So I'm going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I know that that card is not a 10. And now I'm going to look for pairs that are on the table. So I have an 8 and a 2. That equals 10. I'm going to pick those up. And I've got a 9 and an ace, which equals 10. I'm going to pick those up. And I've got a 6 and a 4. And pick those up. And so now I have a missing add-end. 3 plus something is going to equal 10. So I know that 3 plus 7, equals 10. So the best way that you can do this game, excuse me, boys and girls, is to just practice. And you can get really good at it, and then you can impress your friends with your ability to read their mind or read the card that's in their hand. You all have a fantastic day. And I know tomorrow that we start going to school online, and so I'm really excited about that, and I know you are too.